Okay, AutoCAD Car tutorial number 2. Number 1 was recorded but was not able to open it somehow. Spent a lot of time on it. Alright, it's gonna take a while for this problem to complete. We'll take because I'm explaining it as I go. So guys, sorry for the long video. This will be the most longest video ever I make for our program. Okay, start out with the car. First, I will draw the car by drawing the wheel, and then I'm going to use the same dimension here. I'm going to copy it to the left. The only thing that's difference between the wheel is you can see the inside of the wheel, the rotation of this hexagon are different, and the spike are in different location, and we're going to work on those as last. Alright, so we're not going to worry about the spike. We're going to work on the hexagon, and then we're going to go ahead and copy the whole wheel to the left. I'm going to build the wheel in the back first, and after I got that wheel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the arc up top of the car here, the 3 arcs. This is the window. I'm going to go ahead and put in this slanted divider so that you can see this is the front door, and that's the only one door. This is a 1-door car. And then after that, I'm going to build this fender in the back and the bumper. I'm going to leave this front for you to have fun. I will build a mirror, and I'll explain to you how to do this as well. Alright, so what I know is that the distance between the 2 wheels is 63 and 78. So if I add those up, I'm going to have the dimension, which is 141 feet apart. Alright, this line right here is I'm going to create this first. But let's know that the height of this car from where my mouse is right now, from this location up, we know that that is 65 units. So we're going to construct that 65. I'm going to move that to the right, 63 unit, and then move that line to the left, 70 units, so I can get the center for where the 2 wheels going to be. Alright, let's do it. So here, in my drawing, I have the XY plane here, and if I start drawing somewhere here, it's gonna, this blue line, green line will cut my car in half, or a portion of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it all the way out here in the furthest location that I can, and I think that's enough. I'm gonna change this unit to feet and inches. Done. Let's start drawing. First, I want this to be a center line because this is not part of the drawing, it's just location markers. So let's draw a line, segment. This will be 65 feet. Look, so I have that. Escape. I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to go ahead and offset this to the right 63 feet. And I'm going to take the same thing, I'm going to offset it to the left 78 feet. So now the end point right here will be the center of the circle. Alright, so I'm going to go now and start drawing. I'm going to change this back to continuous, and I want it to be white. I'm going to draw my wheel, and let's talk about the dimension of the wheel real quick. The dimension of this wheel, ladies and gentlemen, let's zoom in. I'm going to see for this wheel right here, the outer section is 22, the inner one is 13 radius, okay, and the hexagon on the inside, we know that that hexagon is inside a smaller circle. So we're going to have to draw a circle of diameter 7, and then this hexagon will be inscribed that circle that's inside that circle, okay. And after we got those done, we're going to go back and worry about this fender here. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Take this point, 22 feet. Same thing. Do it over. Draw another circle. This time it's 13 feet. Alright, and then same thing. Draw another circle that we talked about, 7 in diameter. So right now we're in radius. Let's switch to diameter, put 7. Alright, so that, ladies and gentlemen, is the wheel in the back. Alright, And let's also go ahead and put in our hexagon. We're gonna do 6, enter, and we want the hexagon location to be in the center, and then we want it to be an inscribes, so it's going to be inside the circle, and then we're just going to snap that in. Let's take a look at this picture, because this is going to help, because this right here already like down here, but I don't want that to be the case, so I'm going to just snap it to the circle, and I will show you what we need to do with that. And then here is modifying. We cut out the circle because that was not part of the drawing. I'm hoping to get this done before the bell for the next class. Alright, so here we are looking at that. Okay, so here we have it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to select this wheel. I'm going to go ahead and use a copy tool. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to the center of that, click on it. I'm going to copy it to the left. I'm going to snip it. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the location there. Boom. I only need one of them, so hit escape after I'm done. That's the car. Alright, and we can go ahead and let's see, what do we need to do now. Let's go and put in some measurement here let's connect this line here, right? This top line where my mouse is right now, ladies and gentlemen, let me zoom in. This line right here is from the center of the car, of the wheel in the back, to the center of the wheel in the front. So let's go through that. So we're going to copy and we're going to connect that line, construct it, and we're going to trim something in here later. But we know that below it, 5 units below it is another line, and then from that line, 3 units below is another line. So we need to construct these 3 things here. So let's take a look here. Go to draw, click on this, and I am going to make it red. I am going to zoom in so I can, oh, I have to click on the line first, of course. Alright, that red. Now I know it's red, but later on I can change it. Hit escape, and then now I go to modify. I'm going to click on this line. What I need now is offset this to the bottom 5 feet, and then I'm going to click on that line and I'm going to offset that down 3 units, 3 feet. I know that doesn't make sense in the car, but that's what we're going to stay with because we want to get used to architectural stuff. Alright, so here what we have, and then we can trim this out later, the part that is inside the wheel, because it is, in reality it's not supposed to be there, but that's what we have, and we're going to keep it that way. Now we also know that right here, this line right here for the door, for the opening of the door, this is where the section where the glass door is. This line at the bottom is 38 units from the line that we created first, the one that where my mouse is right now. From this location up to that location where my mouse is, that is 38 units. So we're going to go ahead and take that as well, and we're going to go ahead and offset it up 38. Okay, so we have all of that, and what we're going to do is I'm going to take this, actually I'm going to yeah, I'll leave it there for now. Okay, now what we're going to do is let's go and take a look here. I'm going to go back and we're going to go ahead and draw this arc. Alright, notice that is the distance from where my mouse is to up there is 65. We got that earlier, we construct that. And the car, the highest point of the car is 65 units from where my mouse is currently. So everywhere that you see all these 3 arcs, it touched as that 65 unit. Alright, so we're going to draw this outermost arc first, and the radius of that one is 115 radius. Let's follow that line down, and we know the center of that is down here somewhere. It's somewhere down here. We know that from here where my mouse is up top is 65. So calculator on your computer can help you. 115 minus that was 65. You have 50 units, right? So what you need to do is from where my mouse is on the drawing to the bottom, we need to have 50. So I'm going to go to draw, going to make it a center line. Let's change the color to yellow. From there, we're going to go down 50 units. Okay, hit escape, and that is where we're going to draw our circle. I'm going to take my circle, hit it. This circle is a radius of 115. Alright, so right there I got, but it's in yellow. I want to change it back to white, and I want it to be continuous line, so I can click on it, change this. And this is how you can change it back to a different color, and we're going to do that with this red line later. Alright, so there you go. That's the outermost arc. And the next one you guys can also work on is take a look here. The second one right here, the radius of the second one is 91 units. We can follow that down, and we have the center down here somewhere. Again, we do the same math, right? Your calculator, let's open it up again. We got 91 minus 65, we got 26, and 26 is the distance when my mouse is all the way down to that center, right? So again, let's go to drawing. We want it to be a center line. Let's change the color real quick so we can see it. I'm going to make it magenta. I have not been used that for a while. Let's take a look here. From here down, we're going to go ahead and say it's 26 feet. Don't forget the units. And then we're going to go ahead and draw our circle, radius of 91, or we can just snap that in. Alright, you can see that it's 91 on the screen right now. So either way, you can do that. And there we are. We have that right there. Boom. What we need to do is we need to change this back to continuous, and we want it to be white. Alright. And then the next things is this arc for the window, and you can see this arc for the window. The radius is 72. So take a look. We follow that, and we have the center is right here, and it tells us that the center is 4 units down from the last line that we have. So let's take a look. The last line is right here. We're going to go ahead and draw a line. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line. I'm going to change the color here to white because it's going to show up the last line down 4 units, and the unit here is feet. And then we're going to go ahead and draw. We're going to draw a circle that is 72. Alright, 72 feet. Boom, we got that. Ladies and gentlemen, now what we can do is I can start trimming something here. This one I don't need. I can get rid of it. I can get rid of this. I can get rid of that as well. And we can get rid of this. And you guys can see that's the door coming along right there. That's what we create. We just have to do this slanted piece. Alright, and it's look more and more like a door. But first let's click on Control Z, sorry. I was in delete mode. Let's go and change it to continuous and change it back to white, so it's white already. And then you can go back and trim that. Alright, and you guys are looking at things coming along, and we can delete more things. So we have that right there for the door. Now let's concentrate on the door itself. Alright, we have to look at this line here where you see it's 6 units to the right from that center, from the line in the right here, the construction line is 6 units to the right is where that start, and then it's 9 units from where it is to the right is where it ends. So it's going to be slanted from 6 to 9, and then from that 9 unit we have another line on the right hand side of it which is also 6 units. Alright, that's another endpoint of this second line. Now this second line start up here. It doesn't show a number, but you can go ahead and see that it's right in the center of this, right? The center here is 6 units, so the center is 3. So from the 9, you have to go to the right 3 units to get that location. Let's go ahead and do it. Take this line, offset it to the right 6 unit first. Alright, and then also doing the same thing, offset this to the right 9 units. And then from this 9 units, we're going to offset it to the right 6 units. And also from this 9 units, we need this line to be 3 units to the right as well. Alright, so that is information that we have. Let's go to draw. I'm going to draw this. Let's change the color to white. Change it back to continuous. And I'm going to click on the line. Here is where we start. That's the 6. Is end at where the line is 9. Escape. Let's do it again. The second location is starting right here, and that is the middle of the 6 to where it's N. Escape. Now the one that down here, you can see it start in the middle of that, and it's go down past the first line, end up on the second. Alright? So we're going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to zoom in here. Here we go. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go past the first line, not stopping there. I have to go to the second line. Now, the first thing you should do, because when you draw this line, if you just trying to go find a location down here, you won't be able to. So what you're supposed to do first is snap it into the endpoint of this yellow line and then continue with it. As you can see, it's give you that location, and hit escape. There you go. That's what you have. Now to make it better, you can go and trim out all this yellow that we just create. And I hope I can get this done quickly. I don't have a lot of time here. Class starts soon. Alright, escape. Alright, so it looked like that now, and we can also change this line to back to white, guys. Alright, so you guys can see how it looked, right? So that is the door there. That's the section of the door, okay? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we draw that little part to make it look like the car. Now we're going to go to the back. Take a look at the back. For the back, we're going to have some measurement here. Let's take a look. The radius 14. That little arc is radius of 14, and that is 6 units from this line here. This line cut through the center of the wheel. So that is 6 units up, and that intersection between the wheel and that line is, you draw the 14. Okay? So let's draw that first. Let's go. I'm going to take a line from here. I'm going to go all the way to the right. Alright, that's the line that I'm going to draw, and I will erase that later. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to offset it to the top 6 units, 6 feet. Alright, and then the wheel, the outer wheel, and that location there, you can see this right here. That is where you're going to draw the circle of radius 14. Okay. Now, it will look better if we start trimming something. So I'm going to go ahead and try to trim, but I'm not going to trim everything because time is something I don't have. You can see that I can trim that, and let me see if I trim this. I can trim this as well. There you go. Right. All right, and then I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need that. You guys can see the bumper coming along. All right. I think I can do this. as well. Alright, so that is the bumper so far coming along of the car. Alright, here I can see the bumper of the car coming along right there. Alright, okay, next we're going to go ahead and draw the rest of the bumper. So we're going to start with, let me see, I need to move this in place so you can see on your screen. This radius of 37, we have to draw that one, and the center of that is right at the bottom of this hexagon right there. Now take a look at this. The hexagon itself, I need to get out of this, escape. Alright, the hexagon itself is not on this vertical line, so what I need to do is I need to click on it, and then I'm going to click on the move, the rotate. Okay, I'd rotate around the center, and then you can see that I'm rotating it. So you will do the same thing for the wheel on the front to rotate it in the right location. So this said the vertex is going to be on the vertical line, so I need to snap that into right there. So now it's along with the vertical line. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this point in the bottom. That's the center of that radius of 37. So I'm going to draw that 37. Draw circle of radius 37. I want it to be in a different color so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let's see if I want it to be, let's do it blue. Okay, and draw this one blue. The radius is 37. I forgot the unit, I do apologize. Okay, so that is what I have, 37. The next thing I need to draw based on this is the arc over here. The radius is 28, and what I know about this thing is that I know that the center is 5 units to the left. Alright, 5 units to the left. I have to pause this right here and I'll come right back. How do I pause? Let's make this part 1 of the draw, and then I'll continue part 2 after the class, okay?